Dear students, now we are on the topic complex numbers. In previous class, we have completed exercise 1b. Now, before going to discuss about exercise 1c, we have some concept and theory. In this complex number chapter, we should discuss today about the modulus or absolute value or modulus amplitude form. So let us going to discuss about the definition of modulus of a complex number. Modulus of a complex number. If z is equal to x plus iy is a complex number. If z is equal to x plus iy is a complex number, then positive square root of component squares, positive square root of sum of squares of components, sum of squares of components is called as the modulus of a complex number. Is called as modulus of a complex number. It is denoted by mod z is equal to root of x square plus y square. Component means in the concept of vector r bar is equal to xi bar plus ij bar plus zk bar. R bar is a position vector with respect to origin. X is a component of I bar and y is a component of j bar and z is a component of k bar. Root of component square means x square plus y square plus z square, already we have learnt. In the similar way here x plus iy is a complex number, x is a component that is real part square and y is a component that is imaginary part. Here x square plus y square means x means real part, y means imaginary part. The component is nothing but real part and imaginary part in the complex number concept, that is equal to x plus iy. So mod z is equal to root of x square plus y square. This is geometrically we can say that perpendicular distance. This is a distance from origin to, according to geometry, distance from origin 0 0 to a point x comma y. Distance 0 0 to a point x comma y. So here p x comma y, this is O, so origin O, OP is nothing but modulus of z, that is root of x square plus y square. So we can say here x plus iy is nothing but a point which is indicating small x units from origin to x axis, like this. Example, this is x comma 0 and this is 0 comma y. This is x units from origin and y units from origin, like this x comma y. But iy is there, x and iy is there, not a simple way. So whenever it is iy, the plane which is indicating with imaginary number and real number is called as argand plane. So let us going to discuss about argand plane. Here polar coordinates and modulus amplitude form is there. Argand plane we did not give. Next concept it is there. No problem, we can discuss about arc and plane and modulus amplitude form or polar form. Let us put side heading arc and plane. If Px comma yb any point in the Cartesian coordinate system z is equal to x plus iy is any complex number. Z is equal to x plus iy is any complex number which is located in a plane. The plane which is located in a plane, such plane is called as argand plane. Such plane is called as an argand plane. Here, what is the plane means? Of course, it is nothing but the indication of two-dimensional geometry. Let this is argand, this is x, this is y. Y meaning here imaginary, x meaning real. You write here, this is real line. So real axis you can write. This is real axis. This is imaginary axis. So the point which is indicating in between real and imaginary axis, the point is a complex number, and the plane which we are indicating the point is called as argand plane. So here p x comma y, you write here x comma y meaning is z is equal to x plus iy. Real axis means x axis, imaginary axis means y axis. Real means defined, imaginary means undefined. So like that you can understand that the slope of real axis is 0, it is defined. Slope of imaginary axis is undefined, it is infinity. Now we can discuss about polar form. Polar form. Some theory is there for polar form. Let us draw the line like this. Put O here, put x here, y here. Indicate the point Px comma y here. Draw here M or N anything. PM is perpendicular line from Px comma y to the x-axis. Write here x comma 0, and this becomes here you can write 0 comma y. The line parallel to 0 comma y is here y. Put here theta. Here theta. So what is happening here? This is small r units. This is r. The point P is from point B is r units distance from 0 comma 0. What is the point? The point P x comma y. During the Cartesian coordinate system, we can say that the angle cos theta and sin theta we mentioned. Here I am writing P, let P x comma y be any point in the Px comma y be any point in the Cartesian coordinate system. Cartesian coordinate system. In the Cartesian coordinate system, we can say here OM is equal to x comma 0. That is, here I am indicating OM is equal to perpendicular distance from P to x axis. From P to x axis depends upon the 0 comma y. The same distance you can estimate here. The point Px comma y, it is nothing but the point Px comma y is the x yields from origin on x axis and y yields from origin on y axis. So Px comma y is the point at q1 or q2 or q3 or q4, anything. Now simply I am discussing about Px comma y being point in the Cartesian plane, that's a Cartesian system, Cartesian coordinate system. Now let angle POM, the angle made by the line with the positive direction of x-axis is theta. Angle POM is equal to theta. Now, whenever I am mentioning here PM is perpendicular distance, it became a right angle triangle. In the right triangle, we can discuss about cos theta and sin theta also. Let OP is equal to R. We can indicate it one, this one as a modulus z also, that is equal to, depends upon this concept, this is x and this is y according to right angle theorem, right angle triangle Pythagoras theorem. This becomes root of x square plus y square. That let we are indicating with the letter R. So R is equal to root of x square plus y square, that is OP is equal to R. Now you can write in triangle cos theta is equal to in triangle OPM. In triangle OPM, cos theta is equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse. So x by R. So x is equal to R cos theta. And in triangle, this triangle you can write sin theta is equal to y by R. So y is equal to R sin theta, you can write. Y is equal to R sin theta and x is equal to R cos theta. So indicate here P R cos theta comma R sin theta is a point in the Cartesian here orthogonal plane. Changing the name. Whenever theta is there, wherever you are indicating the point with respect to theta, we can say that in orthogonal plane. In this orthogonal plane, let P x comma y notated as P R comma theta. Here you can say here P. What is indicating here? P means this is the distance O, distance R, that is root of x square plus y square R, and here the line, this line making angle with the positive direction of x axis. So P, you can write R comma theta. P R comma theta be any point in the orthogonal plane. P R comma theta be any point in the orthogonal plane. Here R is called modulus of complex number. R is called modulus of complex number, and theta is called argument of complex number. Argument of complex number. So what is argument? Argument is nothing but angle or amplitude. Argument of complex number. In this, according to this one, you can write R cos theta is equal to x, already we had written, by, so better to write y by x. I am writing, try to understand. Y by x is equal to R sin theta by R cos theta. R will cancel tan theta. So you can write therefore theta is equal to tan inverse y by x. Therefore you can mention here Px comma y is nothing but r comma theta is nothing but root of x square plus y square comma tan inverse y by x. Tan inverse y by x. This is here. I did not discuss about polar form. Simply theory I am discussing with you. Later you can face that polar form. So because this is, I have taken the theory in Q1. In Q2 it will be separate. In Q3 it will be separate. In Q4 it will be separate. But theta is equal to tan inverse y by x will be there. In Q1 this is positive and positive. In Q2 y is positive and x is negative. So tan inverse of minus y by x here. In third quadrant tan inverse of y by x because minus y by minus x. In fourth quadrant it is tan inverse of y by minus x. So the angle will be changed negative or positive like that. So let us discuss about Q2 and Q3. Later we can say about the modulus amplitude form or polar form. But you can mention here, you can understand here x is equal to r cos theta and y is equal to r sin theta. Where here we can get the argument where 0 lesser than theta lesser than 2 pi r. 0 less than theta less than or equal to 2 pi. It is nothing but rotations. 4 rotations. If you starting with 0, the angle you can mention until 360. If you start with 360, you can mention until 0. The angle should be in the positive direction of x-axis, not in the manner of negative. Now, in second point, mention lines. Put here theta. Positive direction of x-axis concept. This is y. Y is positive and this is minus x. In the same way, you can write here p r comma theta and x is equal to r cos theta. The concept you can say theta is equal to tan inverse of y by minus x. Like this you write. Yeah, this is r, which is root of x square plus y square. Put this is m. So x is equal to, you can write here r cos theta may be minus, and y is equal to r sin theta. This is plus. That's all. So p r comma theta is equal to p r comma theta is equal to in the r plane modulus of z comma root of modulus of z means root of x square plus y square and tan inverse y by minus x. Third quadrant, draw the diagram like this. Put here theta. This is minus y, this is minus x. So what is happening here? Put p r comma theta. So r comma theta here theta is equal to, you can write tan inverse of minus y by minus x. Theta is equal to minus y by minus x, as x is equal to minus r cos theta and y is equal to minus r sin theta. Minus r sin theta and p r comma theta you can mention as modulus of z comma tan inverse of minus y by minus x. Tan inverse of minus y by minus x. And fourth one, mention like this. This is p r comma theta. Y is negative, put minus y, and x is positive. It is theta with the positive direction of x-axis. So you can write here this is p r comma theta. You can understand here x is equal to r cos theta and y is equal to minus r sin theta. P r comma theta you can write as a modulus of z, that is root of x square plus y square. So which is r unit distance from origin. Z modulus of z comma root of course this is theta is equal to tan inverse minus y by x. These coordinates p r comma theta and everything, PR comma theta is called as PR comma theta is called as polar coordinates. PR comma theta is called as polar coordinates where OX bar is called as polar axis. Is called as real axis. Real axis or polar axis. Polar axis theta is equal to tan inverse of, right, like this, plus or minus y by x, maybe plus or maybe minus. Here you can observe that PR comma theta we are indicating in first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant also. For so many rotations you can apply PR comma theta. So you can say that a single point is mentioned in many places. So it is having plenty of coordinates. While in Cartesian coordinate system, a single point represents a single only. That means it is in fourth quadrant. Example Px comma y. Example you take P5 comma 3. That's all it is. Its meaning is P5 x-axis from distance, from origin it is 5 units distance during x-axis, and the point from origin it is 3 units during y-axis. Like that only you can say. But in the case of r comma theta, this theta is, you can rotate from 0 to 2 pi, next to second rotation until 4 pi, third rotation until 6 pi, to n rotations, n belongs to z. So many plenty of rotations you can rotate in positive and negative direction also. So you can mention here the difference between polar coordinates and the difference between Cartesian coordinates is that a single point represents plenty of coordinates in the polar coordinate system, but in Cartesian coordinate system single point represents only single point. That note you should write. Polar coordinate represents many positions. Depends upon theta. While Cartesian coordinate represents a single position. Here not only many, infinite also you can write. Plenty, so many. It represents a single position. Example, take P5 comma 3. That's all, only 5 comma 3, single. Now you take r comma theta. So root of this one plus or minus, you can put root of 5 square plus 3 square becomes 5 square plus 3 square becomes 25 plus 9. This is 34 comma tan inverse of, you can write it plus or minus 3 by 5 plus r. Here tan inverse of plus r plus 3 by 5 becomes plus in first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant, again first quadrant, again second quadrant, again third quadrant, like that. So many rotations you can rotate, but for only 5 comma 3 you can have only one rotation. Example, you are taking first quadrant only 5 comma 3. So simply you can write root 34 plus root 34 comma tan inverse 3 by 5 after completion of 2 pi plus theta. Again you can write root 34 tan inverse of 2 pi plus 3 by 5. Again 4 pi. 4 pi plus theta, you can write 4 pi plus tan inverse of 3 by 5, like that. 20 of rotations we can rotate. Now let us discuss about the modulus amplitude form. modulus amplitude form of a complex number. First notation is only modulus amplitude form, or later you can say another name. So main name is modulus amplitude form. This is secondary polar form. Just a small difference is there, that modal form and polar form. So polar form, if you are writing polar form, you can take angle 0 to 2 pi. But in the modulus amplitude form, they defined, the mathematicians defined that the angle is 0 to 2 pi, it's okay. But negative rotation and positive rotation, they are taking that the rotation should be between minus pi to pi. What is happening? The difference between pi and minus pi is 2 pi. So minus pi to pi or pi to minus pi. So there also the difference is 2 pi only. You can say in polar form or whatever now we have mentioned, now we have learned to 0 to 2 pi the angle. Of course it is 0 to 2 pi angle in the positive direction of x-axis. But during the negative direction also depends upon the quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4, all several Jacobs formula or according to our y-x positions, they have mentioned in the condition like this. Now we are going to discuss about the conditions. Mentioned like this is Q1. Put here alpha, positive direction of x-axis. Put here alpha. This is x, this is y, this is px comma y. If z is equal to x plus iy is a complex number. If z is equal to x plus iy is a complex number. X plus iy is a complex number. Then its modulus amplitude form is r into cos theta plus I sin theta. R into cos theta plus I sin theta. Here you no need to get confused, friends. X means already we have learnt r cos theta, and y means we have learnt r sin theta. So r, whenever you are taking common within the brackets, you can write cos theta plus I sin theta. Here you can understand that according to this theta, position of this theta. Theta means here I simply am indicating alpha. So that theta depends upon this alpha. So whatever the sum he given, we can understand depends upon the angle, depends upon the given angle. So both are positive, no problem. You can write if it is in Q1. If alpha, now you can write if alpha belongs to Q1, theta is equal to alpha. You should write theta is equal to alpha. This is the formula. Here you should write where minus phi less than theta less than or equal to pi, or minus phi less than or equal to theta less than pi. Here theta is called as amplitude. Amplitude is nothing but angle or argument. Theta is called as an amplitude. An amplitude or argument or simply angle. This is the Q1 position. Put Roman number 1 here. Next, put Roman number 2. If the angle is indicate here positive direction of x-axis like this, right? Put alpha. Of course, Vx comma y or theta indicate this is y, this is x. It's okay. This is perpendicular line. This is Q2 I am writing. Q2. This is y, this is y dash, this is x, this is x dash. If z is equal to, now simply I am writing, if alpha belongs to Q2, theta is equal to You can write here. So what is here? This is pi. Indication is like this. This is 0, 0, not simply 0, 0 degrees. This is 0. This is pi. If you are taking negative direction, this is 0. If you are taking the angle positive direction, this is 0 to pi. If you are taking negative direction, you can say this is 0 to minus pi. That is why I am discussing with you pi r minus pi. Now you can write this is under 180 minus theta. Of course, in second quadrant, according to all Soloveitchik's condition, you can write that is 180 minus theta. Here alpha I am mentioning. By discussing one example, you can understand easily. So theta is equal to pi minus alpha. This is the only point you can remember. Of course, this is everything okay whenever z is equal to x plus I y is a complex number. Its modulus amplitude form is r into cos theta plus I sin theta, where r is equal to root of x square plus y square and theta is equal to tan inverse y by x. Before going to discuss theta is equal to tan inverse y by x, we should think this is an alpha, this is an alpha, and we should discuss about the alpha belongs to q1 or q2 or q3 or q4 and depends upon this formulae. We can discuss. We can write that one. Write the third one. Draw the diagram like this. Px comma y r comma theta. This is m. This is o. This is x, this is minus y, like this. So this is minus x. Here, put here, this is 0, this is minus y. What I said here, the definition, they are defining, the mathematicians are defining like this, but modulus amplitude form. There is no question of confuse. Here, whenever the question arises that find modulus amplitude form of the complex number z is equal to x plus I by, then you need to understand the angle between minus pi less than theta less than equal to pi or minus pi less than equal to theta less than pi. You have to write the concept. So according to minus pi and pi you should write, not according to 0 comma 2 pi. Now here you can mention this is minus pi. So minus pi to this is going next step of minus pi. Of course, angle is always positive direction of x-axis. That is why minus pi plus alpha you can understand here. Minus pi plus alpha. If you should write here, alpha belongs to Q3. So theta is equal to minus pi plus alpha. Plenty of students used to get confused regarding this formula, but don't get confused. That is why first of all angle you can understand alpha. Later theta is equal to minus pi plus alpha. You need to understand the formula. Now fourth question. So this is Q3 we discussed now. Q3 third one. In Q4 I am discussing now. This is x-axis. Put here 0 degrees. 0 means radius 0 only. Mention like this. This is a point px comma y r comma theta. This is minus y. This is simply x here. In the positive direction of alpha. Here put alpha. So if you are taking negative side, minus pi I said here. We should not discuss about 2 pi 3 pi by 2 plus theta, 2 pi minus theta is correct here. So here you should understand theta is equal to minus alpha. That's all. Minus alpha. Minus by plus alpha here completed. Theta is equal to minus alpha. Where it is? If the alpha angle is in Q4, then you can mention that theta is equal to minus alpha. Here, this is the most IMP concept. Every student used to get confused. That is why I am discussing much time, that you can understand that while transforming the complex number into mod amplitude form, first of all you need to calculate the mentioned angle in which quadrant. If it is in first quadrant, you should write simply theta is equal to alpha. If it is in second quadrant, theta is equal to pi minus alpha. If it is in third quadrant, theta is equal to minus pi plus alpha, but not pi plus alpha, not pi plus alpha, not pi plus alpha. Students understand? Minus pi plus alpha. In it is fourth quadrant, it is not at all 2 pi minus alpha. It is simply theta is equal to minus alpha. This is the main point. Theta is equal to alpha, theta is equal to pi minus alpha, theta is equal to minus pi plus alpha, theta is equal to minus alpha. This is most IFP question which we need to discuss now. Let us consider an example now. Example 1.3.10, 1.3.10. If this called as modulus amplitude form, that is equal to, that's all. R polar form, you can understand. Example 1.3.10, page number 20. Find the modulus and principal argument. The argument is called as also principal argument. Find the modulus and principal argument of the complex number. Modulus and principal argument. So general argument means alpha, principal argument is here theta. So in which quadrant it is having to discuss? Principal argument of a complex number. Principal argument of a complex number -1 minus I root 3. -1 minus I root 3. Clearly you can understand. Listen carefully the brief explanation. Given mod z is equal to -1 minus I root 3. Here you can write x is equal to -1, y is equal to -root 3. R is equal to the formula root of x square plus y square. So root of -1 whole square becomes 1 and minus root 3 whole square becomes 3. 1 plus 3 over root 4, it is 2. So R calculated. Now you can understand. Here mod amp form I am writing. Mod amp form. Mod amp form is equal to formula R into cos theta plus I sin theta. So what is R here? 2 into. So what is cos theta? You can understand cos theta is equal to, because x by r the concept -1 x by r, and the sin theta. Sin theta is equal to y by r. So -√3 by 2. Within the bracket you can write y by r. 2 into. Now you can write -1 by 2 plus of plus I into I am writing plus I into -√3 by 2. Here 2 into -1 by 2 we got, I into -√3 by 2 we got. You can understand that r into cos theta we have written in the form of r into cos theta plus I sin theta. Now theta is equal to tan inverse y by x concept is okay for only simple amplitude. So r simply argument. If you are writing theta is equal to tan inverse y by x, it becomes simply theta is equal to tan inverse root 3. So tan inverse root 3 means pi by 3. So it is alpha, not it is theta. That is why you forget about that theta is equal to tan inverse y by x formula. 100% you should pay concentrate on this one and this one. This is cos theta and this is sin theta. You can understand here -1 by 2. So cos angle is negative. Here this is also -√3 by 2. Sin angle is also negative. Cos theta is negative and sin theta is negative. So cos and sin both are negative in which quadrant? Whenever you are able to understand, then you can understand the concept. Here that also, this is first one, everything I am ready. Here cos, now you can write alpha. Here cos alpha you can write cos alpha comma sin alpha. Of course, even though you are writing cos theta plus sin theta here, to calculate principal amplitude, we need to calculate about alpha and depends upon that formula. Cos alpha comma sin alpha, both are negative. Both are negative. That is alpha belongs to Q3. Just remember the concept before 5 minutes. So whenever alpha belongs to Q3, you need to write, therefore, mention in the formula theta is equal to minus by plus alpha. Simply you can understand here, alpha means here minus 1, cos theta is equal to, simply now you can understand 1 by 2. How many degrees cos theta is equal to 1 by 2? Forget about the sigma. How many degrees cos theta equal to 1 by 2? 60. For how many degrees sin theta is equal to root 3 by 2? 60. That's all. So forget about the symbol. Now you can write here alpha is equal to pi by 2. Now you write that implies theta is equal to minus pi plus pi by 2. So you write here minus 2 pi by 3. Therefore, this is called as a principal amplitude. Principal amplitude. So after getting the resultant of quadrant is called as principal amplitude. Principal amplitude is equal to minus 2 pi by 3. Now you write mod amp form. It is called as mod amp form. Mod amp form is equal to 2 into cos of minus 2 pi by 3 plus I sin of cos of minus 2 pi by 3 plus I sin of minus 2 pi by 3. If we expand this one also, of course, cos of minus theta cos 2 pi by 3 means cos 120 minus 1 by 2 sin of minus theta minus sin theta sin of minus sin 120 becomes minus 1 by 2. That's all. This is the clear cut explanation of this one. Next, let us see another question. Example 1, page 22. Example 1 and 2 are discussed. Page 22. Page 22, example 1. Z is equal to minus root 7 plus I root 21. Write polar form of. Write polar form of Z is equal to minus root 7 plus I root 21. Minus root 7 plus I root 21. This is 2 marks I am because. Take minus root 7 comma. It becomes minus 1 plus I root 3. Here you can understand x is equal to minus 1 comma y is equal to root 3. By previous sum you can understand that r into cos theta plus I sin theta is a modulus amplitude form where r is equal to root of x square plus y square. So root of 1 plus 3 here is equal to 2. So you can write directly here 2 root 7 by minus 1 by 2. No need to write x by r like this. So whenever you are multiplying with 2 and you can divide with 2. In the concept you will be getting as mod amp form concept 2 root 7 into minus 1 by 2 plus I root 3 by 2. Here alpha you write. Alpha is equal to. So you can understand here cos, this is of the form, it is going to be converted the form of cos theta plus I sin theta. So cos, how many degrees is equal to 1 by 2? Forget about the symbol. How many degrees is equal to 1 by 2? 60. So here alpha is equal to 60. Of course, sin 60 is equal to root 3 by 2. Now you can understand cos is positive, negative, and sin is positive. Depends upon just by observing the complex number. See, only you can get the answer that is in which quadrant you can decide. First one means always cos, that is x. Second one means always sin, that is y. So cos is negative and sin is positive. In which quadrant? It is in second quadrant. Alpha is 60. You can write that is Here alpha is 60, so it belongs to that 60 means here you can understand that alpha belongs to Q2. Now you write the formula whenever it is in Q2, pi minus alpha. The formula theta is equal to pi minus alpha. So theta is equal to pi minus pi by 3, that is equal to 2 pi by 3. Polar form equal to write 2 root 7 into this can be written as cos 2 pi by 3 plus I sin 2 pi by 3. Here students should not get confused that alpha belongs to alpha equal to 16, but alpha belongs to Q2. You are writing sir. Alpha means the position of the angle is where the position it is in Q2. Alpha means by to get the value depends upon pi minus alpha. I am writing here. Forget about the symbol. So then only you can understand. If you can understand directly also you can write direct 2 by 3. Now next question. Minus root 7 minus 1 minus I. Express second question. Express minus 1 minus I in polar form. Find its principal amplitude. Find its principal amplitude. Let z is equal to minus 1 minus I. Here x is equal to minus 1 and y is equal to minus 1. R is equal to root 2. So to get the polar form, you can write 2 into minus 1 by 2 plus I of minus 1 by 2. Not 2 here, root 2 it. Minus 1 by root 2 here, minus 1 by 2. Here you can understand that first letter cos, second letter sin, both are negative. In which quadrant cos and sin are negative? In third quadrant they are negative. Forget about the formula. First of all, you write that alpha is equal to 1 by root 2 means for cos angle, how many degrees becomes 1 by root 2? For sin angle, how many degrees becomes 1 by root 2? So alpha is equal to 45 degrees I am writing. And that alpha belongs to the position I am discussing with you, that Q3. Whenever that is in Q3, I said the formula theta is equal to minus pi plus alpha. Minus pi plus alpha. So theta is equal to, here you can write minus pi plus pi by 4. Now you can write that theta is equal to minus 3 pi by 4. So mod amp form. This is a principal amplitude. Principal amplitude. Principal amplitude theta is equal to minus 3 pi by 4. Mod amp form or polar form is root 2 into cos of minus 3 pi by 4 plus I sin of minus 3 pi by 4. This is the modulus amplitude form of the given complex number. Now, just a small note before going to discuss the theory sums, some examples. Usual notation is that note you can write cos theta plus I sin theta. Cos theta plus I sin theta is called as, right, like this, cis theta. Capital C, small I, capital S. Cis theta means cos theta plus I sin theta. That's all. Next one, cos theta minus I sin theta. Cos theta minus I sin theta is called as cis of minus theta. Cis of minus theta. Next one, right like this. Sin theta plus I cos theta. Usual notation, general notation is that cos only you should get first letter, sin only you should get second letter, because cos indicates for x-axis, sin indicates for y-axis. Cos is for polar axis or real axis, and sin is imaginary axis or y-axis. So you should write, even though he is giving sin plus, you should convert the sin theta into cos theta. Write like this: cos pi by 2 minus theta. Now it is okay. In terms of cos theta only we are writing, plus I into sin of pi by 2 minus theta. Even though he is writing, he is discussing with in terms of sin of first letter, we should convert the sin into cos. It is called as cis of pi by 2 minus theta. Cis of pi by 2 minus theta. Next one, 1 by cos theta plus sin theta. Write the formula: 1 by cos theta plus I sin theta. You can write this one. So multiply with its conjugate complex number, cos theta minus I sin theta. Here cos theta plus I sin theta into cos theta minus I sin theta. Students, denominator you write directly that cos theta minus I sin theta whole by denominator plenty of times I said the formula a plus ib into a minus ib is a square plus b square. So it is cos square theta plus sin square theta. So cos theta minus I sin theta by 1. You can write this one as cis of minus theta. So the result is the formula I am going to discuss with you, that 1 by cis theta is equal to cis of minus theta, comma 1 by cis of minus theta. It is called vice versa concept. 1 by cis of minus theta you can write as cis theta. 1 by cis theta is cis of minus theta, and 1 by cis of minus theta is cis theta. Now cos theta plus cos of theta 1, I am writing cis theta 1 dot cis theta. Cis theta 1 dot cis theta. Cis letter 2. Okay. Cis theta 1 dot cis theta. You can write cos theta 1 plus I sin theta. Cos theta 1 plus I sin theta 1 into cos theta 2 plus I sin theta 2. Cos theta 1 plus I sin theta. If you multiply with this one, you can get here cos theta 1 cos theta 2 plus I cos theta 1 sin theta 2 plus I sin theta 1 cos theta 2. I into I becomes I square, that is minus sin theta 1 into sin theta 2. Sin theta 1 into sin theta 2, that is equal to, you can write this one as cos theta 1 cos theta 2 minus sin theta 1 sin theta 2 within the brackets, plus I you take common here, you can write now sin theta 1 cos theta 2 plus cos theta 1 sin theta 2. So we can write that one as, this is cos A cos B minus sin A sin B formula. It is cos of A plus B. So here cos of A plus B, you write cos of theta 1 plus theta 2 plus I sin of. This is on the form sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. So sin of theta 1 plus theta 2, that is equal, that implies I am going to discuss with you now cis theta 1 into cis theta 2. Cis theta 1 into cis theta 2 is cis of theta 1 plus theta 2. Whenever I am writing cos of theta 1 plus theta 2 plus I sin of theta 1 plus theta 2, you can write cis of theta 1 plus theta 2 here. This is the formula of cos theta 1. Now depends upon this one, you can write cis theta 1 by cis theta 2. You can understand this one as directly I am writing cis of theta 1 minus theta 2. sys of theta 1 minus theta 2. Next one, next formula, you can write sys of, right, like this, theta 1 plus theta 2 plus theta 3 plus so on, theta n is equal to, like this. So reverse you should write sys theta 1 into sys theta 2, sys theta 1 into sys theta 2, so on sys theta n. So it is nothing but logarithm concept. So whenever into is there, you can get by plus, whenever by is there, you can get minus. Plenty of by's will not be, so plenty of into's chances is there, chances are there. Now mod z1 into mod z, mod of last formula, mod of z1 dot z2 is equal to mod z1 plus mod z2. Of course this is the concept of sys only, sys theta 1 theta 2 concept. Modulus of, not plus students, mod z1 into, whenever it is into, then only you can get plus in the case of sys. Next one, argument z1 into z2, you write the formula, argument of z1 into z2 is equal to argument z1 plus argument z2. General notation is that plus n pi, but argument z1 plus z2 only we need to count. N belongs to set of -1 comma 0 comma 1, but n pi maybe will not be used. Argument of z1 by z2 is equal to argument of z1 by z2, argument of z1 by z2 is equal to argument z1 minus argument z2 plus n pi, where n is equal to, n belongs to -1 comma 0 comma 1. General notation is that logarithm concept, log a plus log b is equal to log ab, log a minus log b, log a minus log b is equal to log of a. This depends upon that concept. You can get the value argument z1 into z2 is equal to argument z1 plus argument z2, and argument z1 by z2 is equal to argument z1 minus argument z2. N pi is simple notation for objective only, it is not IPE. N belongs to -1 0 comma 1. Okay students, we have successfully completed the theory concept of the polar form, modulus, and everything. Let us discuss about example sums and exercise 1C in next class.